Well, good evening. Welcome to another episode on D&D Play 20, where we like to play Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, sirree. I am Billy Bob Joe Brown Jr., and I am here to introduce you to this brand new stream. We are playing Dragonlance. We have almost all new characters tonight. Well, all new characters, but almost all new players. With the exception of Doc / Paco / Mervidus. See, I struggle with names just like that guy Pete. So, here we go. I just want y'all to remember, if you follow us, you can participate in chat. You can also earn points while watching us live, and spend those points to help the players or hinder the players. Now, I like it when you hinder the players. But you don't have to look at it that way. You can help the DM. We have these cool little things called reroll points instead of advantages, you see. And a reroll point can force a reroll on anybody, on anything that has been rolled for. It can be to hit. It can be a saving throw. It can be a damage roll. It can be anything like that. And the players can use them against the DM. Say they don't like that the DM with that dorky guy named Peter, say he hits them. Well, they can use a reroll point to force him to reroll that. And the new roll must be taken. Of course, he might roll a twit, crit. That's what the word is. Yes. Yes, sirree. So, here's the deal. I'm going to turn this over to Peter so that he can, I guess, run this game, you know. He's the mediocre DM. So, I want y'all to enjoy this stream, and remember, we love you. And I love you more than Peter does, but don't tell him I said that, because he's a bit of a jerk that way. Okay, thank you very much, and see you soon. Oh, he did it again. Okay, so as Billy Bob said, welcome. Thank you for joining us for this brand new campaign of Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. We are going to introduce our characters as we tell the story, as we get started. So, if my players are a little nervous, that's fine. You have fingernails, I assume, that you can chew off. You can chew on a pencil. You can do anything like that. We do encourage pet cams, baby cams, and child cams, and I guess bottled water cams for some of you. So, I believe we ought to get started. Everybody ready?
Ready?
As ever.
Annie don't even want to talk.
Not yet.
Okay, let me open up this file. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Well, I will, because TPK. So, the Dragon's Quest, or rather the Dragon's Conquest of Ansalon, has begun. The eastern half of the continent has already fallen, and the Red Dragon Army has tested its forces against isolated and fractured lands. The Dragon Army now turns its attention to the west, to the land of Solamnia, a nation known as the home of knights and heroes. Now, the true war begins. For hundreds of years, the world of Kryn has been bereft of those who call upon the favor of the gods. Legends say deities turned away from the world after the great cataclysm, and the prayers of the few who remember them have been met with silence ever since. Elronder. How do you say your character name, buddy? Can you hear me?
I muted myself. It is Elrond.
That's okay. Elronder? Deer?
Deer. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Elrondir, you stand within the barb, a centuries-old, jagged, half-ruined spire of gray stone. Many who aspire to join the mages of high sorcery have come here to prove their magical proficiency. The barb is usually nothing more than a ruin, its construction predating the cataclysm. But tonight, on the first night of the Eye, when Kryn's three moons align, the ruined spire is alive with magic once more. Pausing near an uncovered window, you see the northern Dargard mountains on display, revealed by the light of the 3 moons. Stars hang above the mountains, twinkling in their beauty in a clear sky. Tonight is an important night for you, Elrondir. Got it. You are here to participate in the test, and if you succeed, you will learn the next steps to joining the mages of high sorcery. You enter a large atrium lit with flaming sconces and adorned by grand tapestries depicting Kryn's 3 moons. Doors circle the room. The light of the moons cascades through broad windows high above. At the center of the room stands a serene-looking woman with long gray hair and red robes. She nods as you enter.
Hello there.
The woman, who is rather elderly, she says, "Welcome, my friend. What is your name?"
Hello, my friend. My name is Elrondir.
Welcome, Elrondir. Come to submit to the trial, have you?
Absolutely. It's been a dream since I was a young high elf.
Well, you will enter through this door when it is time. To pass the night's test, you must face the trial in this room. And the room is only accessible to you for this one night. It will require magical talent, but it won't carry any of the dangers of the true test of high sorcery. It provides a foundation for the real test. Your goal is to complete whatever challenge is presented in the room. Each of the apprentices who face this trial face a different challenge. You have until the night ends to complete the test, at which point the rooms will vanish, expelling you. Do you have any questions?
Oh, I have a million, but I'm sure they'll be answered in time.
Very well. If you are ready, shall we open the door?
Let's do it.
Ravina opens a door, revealing a portal filled with swirling amber light. She directs you, with a hand gesture, to enter the portal.
I enter.
Very well, then. And with that, we will switch scenes to Okay, Annie, how do you pronounce your character's first name?
Talila.
Talila.
Talila, yes.
And Tharlis?
Tharlis, yes.
Tharlis. Okay. As Talila Elmstone and Tharlis Amaphet? Amaphet. I'll mess that up so many times. By the way, I am the guy that always messes up names, so that's why I'm the mediocre DM. As you follow along the road that leads to Vogler, the sky is darkening and night is quickly approaching. The moons have been aligning for days. and that bodes well for those who gaze upon them. Some believe the alignment brings prosperity. As the heavens grow darker, the two of you decide it would be wise to look for a place to make camp. It is while searching your surroundings for such a spot that you see the faint glimmer of a campfire set amongst the trees several hundred feet from the road. Wanting to make sure whoever is out there will pose no threat to either one of you, you both move silently in that direction, carefully stepping into the forest. As the camp grows closer, you see it is in the middle of a small clearing, and a human man sits before the fire with his back to a log, studying a small book. He seems peaceful enough, though you can see a crossbow propped against another log, and a warhammer within easy reach. The two of you shrug at one another. Should you introduce yourselves? What would you like to do?
I will look to my husband and give him a kind of look.
While we do need a place to sleep, do not let your guard down, my love. And we will walk towards, carefully, silently as we can, walk towards the person sitting down.
Okay. Let me just get my act together here. You see before you in the clearing is the human man. Alfie, why don't you describe yourself and introduce yourself?
Well, Alfie is a human. He's wearing some armor and such, some chainmail, and he's holding a book, just studying it. But he's really furtive at the moment. He's looking a bit freaked out by his. He's very fitful. Would be how he would look from behind. He's got red hair. He's just of medium height, like 5'7", 5'8", something like that, and he's pretty well built.
Okay.
Do I hear them coming?
Why don't you roll perception? Or are you guys trying to hide your presence?
We did
like
say we were being quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll stealth. So Talila.
Yes, you had it right the first time.
Okay. You managed to avoid being spotted, but Tharless, you did not. Alfie can see you as you approach.
Alfie would see, if he saw this coming, he would reach for his crossbow, but kind of fumble it. He's not actually very good with a crossbow, and he picks it up and points it towards who he sees approaching. He says, "Who's this? Who's this?"
Y'all may respond however you please.
Seeing him look to me and not over towards where Thalia is, I'll, very carefully try to at least kind of hold my hand out, so it's like, don't let yourself be seen, and then I am Tharless.
Don't rob me. I've had enough bandits. I have nothing left.
Well, if you have nothing, then you have nothing to rob, and you should not be worried.
Well, tell that to all my dead companions.
Are they here?
Just in a little clearing off to the side. Why? Do you want to rob them?
No. but you can't really rob from the dead. But a prayer. Is that okay?
Sure. I suppose. I'm just tired. I'm just tired, and I'm injured, and I don't know what to do.
I mean you no harm.
Okay. And he'll stand up, and he'll just drop the crossbow. He's not thinking straight, so he doesn't bring a weapon or anything. Probably not smart. And he walks over, just through some trees nearby, and just shows you a bunch of dead bodies, like six dead humans in armor.
At the sight of the dead, Thalis will just. My love, will you come pray with me?
I'll poke my head up from a bush.
I would step back in fear. What? There's another one? What? You didn't tell me there was more than one.
You did not ask.
I am also very small, so it's easy to overlook me.
Well, okay, if you mean no harm, then you could, well, do whatever it is you need to do to my former colleagues. I suppose they are. Yeah. Oh, far out. We got attacked. We're attacked by bandits, and well, I'm probably the least capable of my crew, and so I guess I was the one not targeted, and somehow I managed to drive off the last guy. So they didn't get anything except for, well, these lives.
Well, if this will put you at ease, and I'll actually reach down and I'll pull out my scimitar, turn it around so that the blade is down, and extend it handle out to you.
He'll put out a shaking hand and just grab it and just quickly put it into the ground next to him, and then just stare at you.
And then I will move over to where the bodies are, and I will kneel down, and I will start to pray. I will say a prayer to. I have to pull this up. Give me 1 second. Oh. So many different spots for where I have my stuff.
Started with an
He has
H.
5 million.
Yes,
monitors.
Habakkuk. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly.
I am pulling up the pronunciation guide, which amazingly does
That
not
is
have
that
it.
is now canon. Habakkuk is neutral good god of animals and the natural balance of things. And just sit there and kneel, kind of put my hands palm up on my knees, and just start praying softly to the dead.
Y'all can move your tokens if they're clickable. If they're not,
Yep.
let me know.
Oh yeah. Let's just stay with where to there.
Bloop.
Ah, you're moving away. Where are you going?
Just south on the screen.
To where it looks like there's a corpse pile.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the sky is now dark as Tharlis prays over these bodies. What were you asking for in your prayers?
Just that the passage is granted, and safekeeping of the dead.
Okay. Now, you do notice a gold coin on the forest floor next to one of the bodies. Do one of you pick up the coin?
I'm going to say no at this stage because I'm sitting back a bit.
I will, out of curiosity.
I'm praying, so.
I have the attention span of a fly, so.
You suddenly are surprised as it sprouts appendages. No, I'm kidding. Mimic! No.
Oh no!
You notice that this gold coin is only painted gold. It's not a very good job, and there's a few tarnished areas, and underneath it you can see that it's actually a steel coin. I thought about it, Warbuckles. I really did.
He would hope it's a mimic.
He's a mimic.
I mean,
I'm not going to wipe you out yet.
yet.
Yeah.
You said it was just a steel.
Yes.
Coin.
In Ansalon, steel takes the place of gold. So the person that painted this probably painted it in the hopes that no one would want it because gold is almost valueless here.
Such a funny concept, that.
Right?
Yeah, I'll probably make the mistake of saying gold instead of steel many times. Buckles or waffles? I will try to remember that. Waffles makes me hungry, though.
With my family not being in society often, would we understand that steel is the currency and gold is not?
Yeah, you have witnessed society mining the steel.
Okay.
So, I mean, you may not have gone into the mines or anything, and you've maybe bought a few supplies here and there from traders traveling the roads.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you would know what all the other currency is the same: the silver, the electrum, and the copper.
Gotcha. I will.
Bye, Vagabunda. Enjoy your wild mount game.
I will take what I found to Alfie and pull it out for him. I think this is one of yours or your companions.
I don't know. Things have gotten dropped in the process, but thank you. Maybe you are honest after all.
I have no reason not to be.
I'm sorry to have doubted you. This is just not really, well, this is not my normal sort of day. You might understand. My wife is gone. My companions are now gone. I was headed to this funeral that I'm supposed to be going to. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now.
We are
We're
also on
headed
our
to a
way.
funeral.
Yes.
Oh?
Mhm.
Whose funeral would that be?
Our dear friend Isbin. It's
Oh,
been a long
okay.
time since we've seen him.
That's
Probably since our wedding.
I guess that's
He was a
why
lot
I ran
younger
into
then.
you. Well, when I know him too. That's where I'm going. I joined the Solemnic Knights a while ago now, and he came along as a consultant to sort of help teach, and he taught me how to throw a javelin. I've lost my javelins at the moment. All I've got is this crossbow that I'm absolutely useless at. I feel helpless right now. But the people, when the bandits, when they ran away, they took some stuff with them, and that was something they took. One was embedded inside one of them, though, I'm happy to say.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah, they won't mess with old Alfie again.
Well, I've seen weirder things happen with javelins.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they don't come back anyway.
It seems like we are on the same path. It would be... It would not be intelligent to separate right now.
Oh, are you saying I can come? I can come with you to there? I mean, I suppose my duty is to keep heading in that direction.
Tharlus will look up and put his hand on Alfie's shoulder. No, sir, we are coming with you.
Thank you. What was your name again? Sorry.
My name is Tharlus.
Starless.
And I am Talila.
Talila. Okay. Thank you. I'm Alfie Fitler. I'm sorry if I'm not normally this hopeless. I promise.
I'm sure it's been a long day and you just need to rest.
I think you're right. I don't know what's happening at the moment, but I'm not sure where I've got to go. But that's certainly a good step. Maybe I'll get some answers at the funeral. I'll meet some people. Who knows?
So, as you all are talking, you have the option of gathering around the fire, laying out your bedrolls, that sort of thing, or you could help bury his friends, Alfie's friends, or whatever you would like. But all of you are pretty tired after a long day of traveling, or fighting in Alfie's case.
Look, I don't expect you to help me here, but of these 6 people, these 6 dead bodies, well, one of them is a bandit and 5 were my companions. I care not for the bandit in the slightest. He can rot, but I need to bury my friends. So if you guys just want to, well, you can go over and rest, and I'll join you soon. I need to deal with this.
Well, I don't need to rest for very long.
Life is life, good or bad. They should all find shelter in the earth.
Whatever you say.
Thanks for the follow, Ravens and Dragons.
Raven!
Good news for the players. Newborn Nerd and When Lavish have both resubscribed and earned you each 2 reroll points.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I would like to assist in any way I can with Alfie and digging into this ground and burying all of the fallen warriors, including the bandit.
And Alfie's he's not a huge money-driven person. He's not thinking about taking any of the stuff off the people. His intent is just to bury everyone as they are. But he's not gonna argue if you thought otherwise.
There would be no intention of stealing from your friends.
I mean, you did say there's no such thing as stealing from the dead.
By the way, this slipped my mind. Talila and Tharlus, can you introduce your characters to the viewers?
Yes.
I was so into the roleplay, I forgot. Thanks for this follow, Sacro Santa. Okay, Sacro.
So Talila is about 5'2", super skinny. She's got I honestly don't even know how to describe it. She's slightly tan because she's out in the sun. She's got super long, reddish orange hair, and right now it's pulled into a braid that just kind of like goes about down to her waist, even though it's over her shoulder. And she has hazel eyes, and she has a quarterstaff on her back that she never touches. She doesn't know why she carries it. And she has a longbow.
Darlis?
Tharlis is 5'9", 175 pounds, with olive tanned skin, emerald eyes, kind of brownish, light brown hair. Stands tall for his height, and he has greenish armor on. Currently has an empty scabbard at his side where his scimitar usually sits, and around his neck there is a very basic like twine string with a little sprig of mistletoe down in his chest.
Okay. So the two of you help Alfie dig the graves. 4 feet deep maybe, and you cover them, and the three of you finally are able to rest around the fire. You are really sleepy. In fact, your intent is just to sit down and rest for a few minutes, but the sleepiness just overcomes you, and all three of you drift off without even setting a watch. And with that, we change scenes again. As soon as I pull up the proper stuff. And move to the proper page. Okay, so now we come to Mervidus Kin. Did I say that right?
Mervidus. Well, you can call me Mer.
Merv Griffin. Okay.
Merkin. No, Merkin.
Okay, Mervkin. Mervkin. Oh, sorry.
Or Mer.
American.
Or Mervidus.
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 Yeah, I can't
It's
hold
like-
my tongue like
He's
that.
almost like that basketball player that was Arvidas Sabonis. Well, it's
Okay,
Mervidus.
we won't get into other names then. Merv,
Merv.
you
it's fine.
left Kalaman on the road to Vogler a week ago, and now you are but a day away. You travel, of course, to attend the funeral of an old friend, Ispin Greenshield. The day's travel is nearly over, and you are thinking about making a camp somewhere safe, when you hear hard breathing and grunting coming from just around a bend. Moments later, a young man in a tunic and breeches runs around the corner, sees you, and starts gasping for help.
First of all, before I do anything, I just want to show off my hoodie.
Hey.
Oh, you got our... Oh, that's awesome.
Right? That's
And
part
our
of,
first official product. Wow.
I need one. I need
Yeah.
one hoodie.
I bought it. I forgot to put it on to wear it, and then I just left. Came back with it on. You know, it's awesome.
If you like that hoodie, you can get a hoodie like that by clicking that link I just put in the Twitch chat. And we also have it for t-shirts, women's tops, I guess blouses or fitted t-shirts, whatever. And a couple other things.
Yep. All right. So Mer will just see first. He's gonna, after looking at seeing the guy running and gasping for air, look around first and then see if it's safe to proceed, because he doesn't want to be in an ambush. And if he feels that it's safe, he will just approach cautiously and say, "Friend, what happened? You need assistance."
The boy, it's a young man, not quite a boy. He stops running and pauses, breathing hard with his hands on his knees, bent over. He says, "Please, help. I need help."
Do you need a drink? Calm down. Tell me what happened.
He takes the drink that you offer and gulps down a couple swallows, and he says, he tells you how he was working at a nearby farm, and he was hired by this group of soldiers, and he was hired to travel with them and care for their horses. He really doesn't know much about the soldiers. He heard them talk about enemy troops supposedly afoot in the region. But moments ago, the soldiers he was traveling with were attacked by black-cloaked figures. By the way, the boy's name is Rhys. R-H-Y-S. And he didn't get a good look at the cloaked attackers because he hid in the bushes, and escaped while the soldiers fought them off. And that is all he knows. He does notice that you are carrying weapons, and he asks you, begs you, to go help the soldiers, fearing that his employers might fall against these attackers.
All right. Can you show me where they are, or where they were?
Yes, he can. And
In which direction? And how far do you think they might be?
about a quarter mile away, he'll tell you. And
Okay.
with that, we will change maps.
Okay. By the way, I am not alone. I have my friend familiar with me. His name is Keanu. And it's an owl. You will think it's similar to the one from Harry Potter.
As a matter of fact, why don't you describe your character?
My character, he is a young half elf in his 20s. And I mean, I wish I was in my 20s. Man, that was good times. Good times. And he is a wizard. He's a very studied young man. And I'm about medium size for a human, kind of a little bit large or tall for a elf. And I look more elvish than human. And I wear a yellow robe with some hints of blue.
I am looking for my window. There it is. So, as you get closer, and you get really close, Rhys backs away and says, "I'm not going any further. I'm." He's just too afraid to go ahead.
Just try to hide, stay safe. I'll have Keanu take a look, and then I send my owl ahead to scout the area.
Okay, so Keanu,
like Keanu Reeves.
Oh, okay.
Or the cat. Keanu.
Launches into the air and soars over what looks to be an overturned wagon. The bodies of knights are strewn about, and these black hooded creatures are rummaging through the former contents of the wagon, and one larger figure seems to be commanding them.
I guess that the Keanu sends that information to me, and I say, it's too dangerous to go that way. Perhaps, do you know if there's another way around them? The young man.
He already disappeared into the bushes.
All right. Oh,
He's hidden away really well.
okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do then is, man, I really wanted to help that kid, but if he's on his own, hopefully he'll be safe. I'll just go ahead and see if I can bypass those attackers.
Okay.
Try to stealth my way through the bushes. Keep some distance. Definitely keep some distance. I have my owl still, telling me what's going on from above. And
Keanu does communicate to you that these reptilian black-robed creatures rummaging through the wagon stuff, they look like they've been through the grinder. They're all bleeding from various wounds and that sort of thing. And as you sneak through the bushes, you get a good look at one of the bodies. And roll a history check, please. The first roll of the game.
All right.
First roll.
Yeah, you think maybe one of the bodies was a long lost cousin or something like that. It's dressed in armor and no, that wasn't a cousin. Never mind. You're not even sure who it is, but the armor, you do see a little symbol of the Knights of Solamnia on it.
Oh, okay. I'll see if I can ask.
I'll tell you what. No, never mind. Jose almost convinced me to do something, but...
Advantage for wearing the hoodie? Come on, man. Yes.
Next roll.
Do it.
Next roll.
Do it.
So I'll have Keanu just grab a rock or something and then drop it kind of down here, I'll say, maybe to see if I can lure them, to make some noise, hitting the trees, the leaves, the branches, and then see if they can, I don't know, disperse perhaps, or go that way and start looking for.
Okay, what languages do you speak?
I speak Spanish and English, by the way.
Show off.
I speak Common, Elvish, because I'm half elf, Istarian, Draconic, and Primordial.
Okay. You hear the taller one of these figures speak. And amazingly, he speaks in a language that you know, but this language hasn't been heard in a long time. When you were taught the language, it was not with the intent of ever hearing the language. It was just a part of your historic studies.
Correct.
And he speaks in Draconic. And he commands the two of the figures to go investigate the noise. and then finish rummaging through the wagon, and then meet us with the rest of our troops. And then he gives a hand signal to the two closest to him, and they turn and walk along the road to lead the other two to investigate. And they start moving toward the bushes and working their way around here. Now, I need you to roll a 1d20, please.
Okay. Just no modifiers, right? Just a d20.
Yep.
16.
Okay. They... Why is my map's not moving here? Okay. They step around there and they climb up this little incline and start looking where the rock was dropped. They do hear the flapping of Keanu, his wings flapping, but they do not see the owl. And roll another d20, please.
Hey. Don't kill me. Not yet. 11.
As they look around, trying to figure out what the noise was, one of them glances north, and he sees a flash of color in the bushes.
No, I'm trying to stealth. You haven't told me to roll for stealth.
They didn't. Okay, so that one nudges the other one with his hand and says, "Hey, there's someone over in those bushes." And they turn and they start moving toward where Reese disappeared into the bushes.
So if they're going in that direction, can I move?
Yes, you can move.
Can I move quietly?
Roll stealth.
All right. Ten.
You do have one advantage and two rerolls.
Oh, I can do that?
Yeah, you can. Your advantage you can roll. I would use the advantage first
Okay.
because the rerolls are more valuable.
So just roll again?
Yep,
Okay.
there you go.
Oh, much-
You
much
managed to
better.
stay hidden in the thick underbrush.
And as I'm moving quietly or trying to hide, I'm approaching moving away from them and then getting closer to the place that they were at.
Okay. As you move closer to the wagon, you can see the contents of the wagon spilled about. You can see the knights more closely. You are now quite sure that that is not your long-lost cousin. The blades are dinged up, some of them cracked, and they are indeed wearing suits of armor that the Knights of Solamnia would wear. But these suits of armor have been dented and, I mean, they didn't save their lives, so.
Is there anything that I can see that would be helpful to identify further who this person is? A name, a letter, anything that he was carrying?
Let me just check here. Like I said, there are... Well, the armor, upon closer examination, on one of the bodies. It has claw marks through, ripping the arm into the armor. Vicious marks that make the armor completely unusable. There are 3 long swords, still in good condition. The armor each has an emblem of the Knights of Solamnia, so they are definitely knights. And there is a little bit of steel coins on the ground next to the wagon. About 40 of them if you want to pick them up.
I'll check with Keanu and see where the guys are, if it's safe, so I can just expose myself and then grab that. And if there's nothing else in there, I will just quickly kneel in front of the corpse. Just give him like a moment of silence and wish him, safe passage to the other side, and keep moving away from them. But I'll move really close to the edge of the path, so I can, if I see anything else, so I can just hide again.
Okay. As you move, you hear a scream of pain, and then silence for a few moments, and then you can hear the 2 creatures making their way back toward the wagon.
Oh no. So I think that I fear the worst. Man, they might have caught up with the kid. Hopefully not. But I gotta check, and then immediately I'll just shoot them with a firebolt. One of them.
Okay, roll initiative.
I'm still hiding, so would that be considered a surprise?
Yes, you would get 1 surprise shot.
Okay. Yes. That's cool.
And
Wow,
8 is
they
enough.
roll great.
So no rolls.
So did I. All right. So what I'll do is that I'm gonna shoot a firebolt to the first guy there.
Okay.
And do I have advantage for being hidden?
Yes, you do.
At least for the first one, right?
Yep. 23.
All right.
23 hits.
And then it takes 4 damage.
Okay.
This guy here.
And with that, -4. We are going to change scenes again. Actually,
Okay.
no. We're going to play this out because I don't want to have the turn order open for the next scene. So let's go ahead and continue. You can go your regular turn.
Okay, no, I'll move to a little bit further away, increase my distance, and then shoot him again. 22, I'm guessing that hits too.
Yes, it does.
And that's another 3 on that same guy. Not good, huh?
-3. It is looking in very bad shape. In fact, it's down on one knee, glaring in your direction, and the other one, I don't even know what swords these guys are using. What weapons? Okay, they are using short swords. And the other one draws the short sword and starts storming in your direction.
Yeah, just a little disclaimer, of course, before going out every time. I'm particularly adventuring in the open. I would have had my mage armor. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, that would have been your surprise round.
No, I did my first attack was my surprise round, and then I attacked him again with.
Right. Is that a bonus action cast?
No,
Then that would count as an action.
that's my action. Yeah, I'm done with my first attack. I can only do one attack now.
Okay, but you got your surprise one. How many attacks do you normally get?
Only one.
Okay. So the -3 did not happen.
Yes, that was my first turn after the surprise.
Okay, so you do not have mage armor yet.
No, I do. I travel with mage armor. Mage armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let it slide this time.
No,
but
just
normally,
saying.
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so that is your turn. The one on his knee shouts in Draconian, "Kill him!" And it moves 15 feet forward and staggers down to one knee because he is wounded. And that brings us to the other one, who goes up to there, and he is charging at you. And he shouts draconic blasphemies at you. But he hasn't reached you yet, so there's not a lot he can do.
All right, I'll have Keanu go and approach that guy here and bug him. Start kind of circling around, trying to distract him. So he's gonna use the help action, and I'm going to shoot a firebolt to that guy who's getting close. Uh, 14 hits.
Yes, meter beat.
Okay. Only 2 damage.
That was
Great.
to the closest one to you?
Yeah, this guy here now. I see that the other guy is just kind of
Okay.
not so much of a threat, at least for now. But
Any bonus action or movement?
I can move. Let me see where I can move. I will move another. Kind of moving away. So I'll move there. Yep. Yeah, my fireball has a 120 range, so I'm still good there.
That the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alrighty. The wounded one takes a deep breath and pushes off the ground with the tip of his short sword and moves over to here behind this rock buildup, hoping that it protects him. And the other one,
I'm sorry. I think I have an emergency here. Sorry.
okay, we will switch scenes then. And so now we return to Rondir. Did I say it
boy.
right?
Nailed it.
Okay. Let me make sure the map in. You find yourself in a short hall. I believe it was this one. As you come out of the portal, the door opens into a wide rotunda. The door ahead of you, there is this wide, very large circular room, and the floor is black stone, carved with elaborate ruins. Wow, I am tongue twisted right now. The interior of this circular room is empty except for a single pedestal at the room's center. Atop the pedestal, an ornate key balances on its tip. Behind you, the portal vanishes. Would you like to enter the circular room?
So Elrondir would go about right here, and I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Ah, you dog.
It's a high tower sorcery magic. It's got to be there.
As you cast Detect Magic, glowing walls illuminate, and you see before you a maze of invisible walls. Inside
was
the
a
center
good
of
thing
the
I
room.
saw that. I would have ran right into that wall. Alright, I'm going to go here. And I would like to read those runes, please.
Okay, let me just refresh my map page. So sometimes Roll20 gets a little hung up, and
It's okay, I'll load and see that nat 20.
so your Detect Magic. The ruins are on the wall as well, and they glow with magic as you look at them with your Detect Magic on. And as you read them, give me an Arcana check.
I did. It should be in there now.
Oh, nat 20. It figures. The ruins are... Excuse me. The ruins on the wall, they seem to form a spell. And as you study them, you realize that they form a knock spell.
Knock. Knock, knock. May I have a refresher on knock?
Knock makes a loud boom, boom, boom that can be heard, I think, up to 300 feet away, but it will open any locked door, including magically locked.
Oh. Well, I see. So there's a key over there, and I found a spell to open a door. Perhaps I do not need to open this door with that key. Can I recite knock from the rune?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, when you entered through that little doorway there,
Mm-hmm.
the door vanished, and another one, a closed door, appeared on the opposite side of this room.
Okay. Well, I will read the runes on the wall, and say, I guess, let me practice some knock knock. Who's there? Open door.
And with that, the door on the other side of the room swings open.
Yeah.
The walls are still you can still see the outline of the now translucent walls glowing with a yellow light that form the maze that leads to the key in the center of the room.
But the door opened on the other side.
Yes.
That seems a little bit too easy. But I'm going. So I'm gonna try to. It kind of looks like on the map. I can just kind of walk around it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get. And that door's open.
Yes.
And I go here and I'm not dead.
As you step through the door snaps shut behind you. And then disappears. And you find yourself back in the spire. And Rovina is waiting for you.
Rovina, I feel like I would see you again. I told you I've been preparing my whole life for this, and I hope I did not disappoint.
She congratulates you. You passed it in record time. You must be very pleased with yourself. Now you are ready for the next step on the path to becoming a member of the Mages of High Sorcery. She hands you an ornate scroll rolled up and sealed with wax, and a spell book that is emblazoned with the symbol of the Mages of High Sorcery. You may use this book to keep track of your spells, or, if you wish, to fill with your future discoveries. Take the scroll to Kalamon, which is located near Vogler, and give it to Wyan, a mage of the Black. Elrondir, you must not open this scroll. If you do, you will not be able to take the next step. It is meant for Wyan's eyes only, and he will guide you on the next step of your journey. Oh, I very nearly forgot. She offers you an envelope. This arrived for you while you were otherwise engaged. And as she starts to turn away, well, I've other people to aid. Safe travels, Elrondir, and congratulations. And she
Rovina, it has
leaves.
been an honor.
So you can add the scroll, the sealed scroll for Wyan to your inventory. And you can add your spell book, and you have that envelope, which is not sealed, but
Can I open the envelope?
yes, you can.
All right. I'm going to open the envelope and see what's inside.
Sure can. Let me just... In it is something I need to see if I have a handout for. Just give me 1 second. Well, it has the invitation to Ispin Greenshield's funeral in Vogler. I gave you all a copy of the invitation earlier, so I would think I'd have it here, but
It's been, my friend. It's been far too long. I'll be there to see you off until the next life.
and that is where the scene ends. Congratulations, you have passed your first test. And with that, we return to our threesome of characters who have buried the bodies, and they have made camp, and they have drifted off. Now, each of you has a dream. A dream that I will scroll down to read. You stand alone at the center of a forest clearing. This dream you've each had multiple times in the past. For at least one of you since you were a child. Clashing steel echoes from the thicket beyond this clearing. As you look around, you realize piles of bodies cover the ground. One of the fallen clutches something against their chest. You're not sure what it is, but you feel a powerful urge to reach for it. Before you can, the object glows and flashes with intense light. And then you awaken, or seem to. You are alone once again. Let me just scroll here. Each of you stands alone in the clearing where your camp was. Your belongings, and only your belongings are visible, but your backpack has been torn open, and your belongings have been scattered in the clearing. And let me just scroll here.
Is this a lucid dream where we actually have actions?
You are about to get an action, but you also need to understand you're not seeing each other in the clearing. You just see your own belongings scattered about the former campsite. And I'm reading here. And none of those who are with you are in sight. And you see a few trinkets amongst your belongings, including an item that matches an amulet from the dream you've had so many times in the past. Only this time in the dream, it had flared white and intensified and caused you to wake to this clearing. But the amulet you recognize as a symbol of your god. And each of you look down at it. What would you each like to do?
Ladies first.
I'm gonna reach for it.
Instantly, you are killed. No. I could tell which one of y'all grabbed stuff without... I gotta put some mimics in this game. As you reach down for it, a pulse of divine energy ripples from the amulet. And the amulet vanishes in your hands, but the pulse flattens the surrounding vegetation. The plants are just blown over like an explosion happened right where you are standing. And to the east, you can see a trail of your belongings scattered onto a trail. And in the distance, about 100 feet along that trail, you can see a glowing, crumbling stone structure in the undergrowth. Did the Darlis and Alfie pick up their symbols as well?
You said that Alfie's been having this sort of dream for a long time, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
actually, Alfie has been having it since he was a child.
Okay, so Alfie would look down and see that symbol and say, "This can't be. Kiri Jollith isn't real, but then he's gonna lunge for it and just put both hands on it to grab it straight away.
And that's when the pulse of energy flattens the forest around you. And you see the same thing that Talia saw along the trail through the forest. And
He'd
Tharlis?
run.
Tharlis walks around it carefully before this. I know what you want me to do, but I do not want to. But if I must, and then just reaches down and puts a finger on the amulet.
Poof! That pulse of energy just flares to life and explodes outward, flattening the forest around the clearing. And you see in the distance, through a trail to the east, you see a glowing set of ruins. Barely glowing, faintly glowing, like moonlight. Alfie, did you say that you run through the trail?
Absolutely. He just sprint down that trail because he'd have this. I feel like he's got this overwhelming feeling. He's been waiting his whole life for a sign that he assumed would never actually happen.
Okay. Talila, what would you like to do?
I will cautiously follow my belongings. I will probably reach down for my bow and arrows. Would I be able to grab them?
Actually, it is at this moment that you realize your weapons are gone.
Like it's not in with my belongings that are scattered?
No.
Okay. I will cautiously follow the trail and hope I don't get attacked.
Okay. And Tharlis, what would you like to do?
Tharlis will, as he walks, kind of grab whatever he can as he walks and just try to be like, it took me forever to get this stuff. Just try to grab his stuff as he walks past. If he's able to actually grab his things. Because he still doesn't believe that this is a dream. This is real. He's got to figure this out.
Okay. Your things are, as you glance over them, they are damaged and not really usable. The backpack has been shredded open practically with claws and torn open. You can see no weapons. The only thing that, other than your clothing, is still with you is that twine with a sprig on it.
Well, someone's gonna have to answer for this. And then he will follow the broken path of belongings to the trail of destiny.
Okay. Each of you see before you. Let me move the map cam here. The ruins of a former temple, and lining the inside of the walls of this temple are statues, each one representing one of the gods of Ansalon. Alfie, you see the statue of your god, which I am trying to. Your god was.
Kiri Jolliffe.
Yeah. You see, in the center of this temple is a large tree that has grown. And you can see beneath the branches across the way, you can see. Let me just draw a line here. Leading to that statue, you can see the form of a bullish looking minotaur almost. It's more bull than minotaur. And you recognize this as having the symbol of that amulet from your dream. This is your god, a statue of your god, and it glows, and you feel that same feeling that drew you to touch that amulet in your dream, calling out to you and drawing you to the statue.
He was running at this point, but he comes to a sort of a screeching, almost cartoon halt, and then takes some tentative steps towards, and then sort of just gets down on his knees and puts his face down and just cries out, "This can't be real. This has to be real. This can't. Oh, Kiri Jolliffe, tell me what to do. What's happening? Are you here? Is this real? Is this a dream?"
So you're before the statue now?
Yep.
Okay. Let's go ahead and move your token over there. There you go. Talila, you don't see Tharlis or Alfie there. You see the temple before you. The branches and leaves to the tree are extended outward like the arms of a tree almost. But other than normal plant life, this tree is no threat to you. But you feel a pull, and you feel yourself being drawn toward this statue. The statue glows, and it is the statue you recognize of your goddess, your god.
Which one? I missed the ping. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I drew the... Am I on the wrong level? No.
Nope, you're
I
good.
drew a line so you can see it, so... But the line doesn't seem to be appearing. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, I see it now. I will walk over to her. Well, to her statue.
Okay.
Are any of the branches like low enough that I could touch?
Yeah, they are low enough.
I'm gonna be all like a kid and exploring in the woods type thing. I'm just gonna like touch as I walk.
Okay. As you're kind of touching, you see a thick branch about 4 feet above your head that you can't reach, but it's thick enough, and you think that would make such a great swing. But as you touch the branches of the tree, you can sense that it is a strong, lively tree, that it has been here for many, many, many years. The trunk is very thick. And you can only imagine what could this tree have witnessed as it grew into the size that it is in. It is probably from a time when these statues were in mint condition, and now they are practically crumbling. And yet, your goddess still glows.
Can I touch her statue?
Okay. And Tharlis, you have a god here too. I just gotta find it. You actually... I'm not going to try to say your god's name. But that line that I just drew leads you to right inside the temple. As you approach it and climb the steps to the temple, you see this massive tree there. And its branches, to you, seem to be waving about, moving, as though this tree is alive. And the branches turn and gather and form, and it's as if they are all pointing in the direction of the statue that glows with magical energy, divine light. and you recognize the statue as that of your god.
I will move into the temple and towards the tree first, and just kind of like pat it on the trunk, and I just kind of smile. I bet you have a wonderful story to tell that I would love to hear one day. You're quiet.
A branch lowers itself to brush leaves across your cheek, upon your cheek, and in a brief instant, the briefest of moments, you feel a sense of joy coming from the tree. That it is exceedingly happy that you have finally arrived. And then the branch goes back up.
It's like, if you see my wife come through here, will you tell her I'll be waiting for her on the other side? And then I will remove my hand from the tree, walk over to Habakkuk, and drop to sit down, cross my legs, hands palm up, and just close my eyes and sit before him.
Okay. So, Alfie. Let me find the right window here. You hear, well, first off, as you're looking and praying to this statue, you see that on its chest is an amulet carved into the chest, into the stone chest, and it is the amulet of your god. And it glows brighter, and then threads of magic just kind of grow out of it and swirl together and reach down, and they touch your mind, your head, your innermost thoughts. And you hear a voice, and it says, Alfie, finally you have come.
I'm sorry, my lord. I'd have come sooner. I didn't know you were looking.
You have done well by coming here, my servant. I'm so glad you have finally arrived. Do not worry. The delay was meant to be, but now you are here. And I hope that you will finally agree to serve me like none other has before.
Without hesitation, my lord. If I apologize for asking, but Moralia, is there anything you can tell me of her? Does she yet live?
There is reason to hope, but that is for a time further down the road you must travel. You will get your answers when the time is right. Until then, be my representative in the world. And you feel your body, the magical yellow threads, the magic of them spreads over your body and encompasses you. And then the yellow glow, as the threads withdraw, your body still glows yellow, and then the glow just kind of recedes into your body. And then you wake. Back in the clearing.
Is my stuff still strewn randomly about?
No, you are back in the clearing where you had gone to sleep. The others are sleeping next to you, sleeping soundly. Talila, as you gaze upon the statue of your goddess, she seems to smile down upon you and maybe even bend forward just slightly. You're not sure if she actually moved, but it certainly feels like she did. And then these yellow tendrils, these thin threads of yellowish, greenish energy swirl out of the eyes of this statue, and they encircle you, and they begin at your feet, and then they just twirl around your body, slowly going upward until at the head the ends of the threads pierce your skull and gaze into your mind, and you hear her voice. Talia, I am so glad you have finally arrived.
I didn't know I was supposed to be here.
Well, of course you didn't, dear. Destiny doesn't always reveal itself until the time is right. But you have been loyal to me even though you may not have known it.
I mean, I suppose.
Have you not respected the things that I have created? The very nature, the very trees, the plants, the animals, all of it. You take only what you need to survive, and you respect your surroundings. You have been reliable.
Yeah.
But hear me, Talia. A time has come that my domain is threatened. Dragons return to the land. The Queen of Dragons seeks to find a way into this world. And if she succeeds, all will be laid waste. There will be no more trees, no more animals, no more people. Only her and her red dragon army will survive her coming. I need you to help prevent that from happening. Can you do that for me?
How?
Travel first to Vogler, and there your destiny will be set in motion. But first, her hand begins to make a cracking noise, and dust falls from the arm as it reaches out. And in the palm is that amulet from your dream. Take this, and it will give you the power you need to succeed if you are determined enough. You can help others, and you can prevent the Queen from destroying my domain. Will you take this amulet and agree to represent me going forward?
I will reach for it and give her the biggest smile I've had in ages. Say, yes, my lady, I will do everything I can
Very
to
good.
stop her.
I knew I could count on you. And then you awaken. Back in the clearing. It is still in perfect condition as when you went to sleep. Alfie is there, wide awake, looking around as though he's surprised. And when he sees you move, he jumps with a start And
Well, you're awake. Thank goodness you're awake too. That was a strange night. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah. Do I have the amulet in my hand still?
yes, you do.
And I do as well, I assume then.
Yes.
Do I see that she's holding an amulet?
I mean, I'm not hiding it.
Did
It's up to
you did what's that in your hand?
It is the symbol of my goddess, and I'll show him.
And did you have that previously? I just don't remember seeing it. And then I hold up mine and say because I've just woken up with this.
Did you go to the temple too?
And his eyes would go wide and saying, "Is do you think he's in the temple too right now? That is awfully strange. Well, I met Kiri Jolliffe. My God, he's given me a purpose that I've lacked for so long."
Well,
Tharlis.
if I know my husband, he will always be in a temple, especially one as gorgeous as that.
Tharlis is actually laying sound asleep where he went to sleep. And speaking of him, we return to him, and he stands before, or were you sitting or standing? Did you say you sat in a cross-legged position, or?
Yeah, basically crisscross applesauce, hands on knees, palms up.
Okay. Kind of meditating?
Yeah, that's how I show reverence and respect.
Okay. As you sit there showing reverence to the statue that represents your god, whose name I can't pronounce, you realize that the glow around this yellowish glow around the statue begins to intensify. And then the intensification kind of moves down the statue to its feet, to the bottom of the statue. And then, like a puddle, the yellow light spreads toward you and under you, and then starts to cover your body and kind of oozes upward to encompass your entire body as you sit there. And as you glow with this yellow energy, you hear a voice. And it is the voice of your God. And it says, "Tharlis, I have been waiting."
I have been here.
You have been close, but not here. Now, you are indeed here. And I can sense within you a true desire to love the domain that I have set before you. The animals of the forest, the animals of the mountains and of the deserts, of the grasslands, the plants. And you feel the tree reaching out, stretching out a limb and brushing your cheek with the soft, gentle touch of the limb. Even the trees feel love for you, Tharlis. It is one such as you that I seek. Will you be open to helping that which you love?
Of course. I will do as you require.
Then know that I am always there, always with you, always watching over you. And with that, you feel a tingling on your skin. Kind of like the tingling you would feel if you stuck your finger in a socket. And it spreads throughout your body. And you can feel the light encompassing you turn a shade of deep evergreen. And then it is absorbed within your body. And the hand of the statue reaches out. Let me just check something right quick. And it touches the sprig that hangs on your chest. And it glows brightly. And you can feel joy spread throughout your body. And the sprig sprouts green, and a blossom, and then you wake. And I am in the wrong window to move you. You awaken in the clearing, once more in the clearing. Staring down at you as you lay there are your wife, Talia, and Alfie. Let me move Alfie over to this side. And both of them kind of jump a little bit as you open your eyes and lift your head, suddenly alert. And you look down at your chest and you can see that the sprig is glowing slightly with that green energy. And there is a blossom. And that blossom grants you immunity to poison. Or rather resistance, not immunity, sorry.
Given we were staring right at him, can we say that we saw this sprig blossom on him?
You can see that the sprig has changed color, but you cannot see it glowing.
Okay. Let me guess. Temple spoke to God?
Yes.
Okay. Seems to be a theme around here. Wow. Okay. I think meeting the two of you was not a coincidence. But anyway,
I don't think there are coincidences.
I'm starting to wonder. Should we just have some breakfast and be on our way? I think time is of the essence.
Is it morning time now?
Yes, it is. The sun is up. You all feel well rested. And congratulations on another reroll point as the Dungeon Boys have resubscribed. So you each now have 3 reroll points to play at any time of your choosing.
We're stacking these.
And I would like to welcome Alex Vallejo 12 and Boogers.
Boogers.
And
What
thank you
up,
for
Alex?
following.
It might be Alex Vallejo.
There's
But-
Vallejo.
Never know.
Yeah.
Vallejo. Hey,
Vallejo.
Yeah,
I mispronounce
in my
names
shop.
constantly.
Cool.
I'm sure I got Boogers right, though.
It's actually Bougères.
Oh, man. Just my luck.
Bougiers.
Boogers.
We got a
Boogers.
baby cam. Hi, baby.
Hey, by the way, now that we are not kind of involved with the role playing, but everything's fine. In case you were wondering, my wife, she was screaming top of her lungs, calling me, and I was just expecting the SWAT team downstairs or a pool of blood or something, And no, she said, "Oh, there's a UFO back there." And I go out and I see this light, and then I just Google, "Is there any launches here in Florida?" From in Cape Canaveral, and indeed, there's one, and that was just a ship, a rocket or something.
I like
I would love to watch a rocket launch in person.
That's when you say that's when you just tell her, no, that's an IFO. It is very identified. It is a flying object, though.
Exactly.
Real quick Google search.
Exactly.
Actually, there was an
I would say
asteroid.
the words for a Google search, but then my speaker will yell at me.
Yeah. There was
Is
an
you sure it
asteroid that
wasn't-
came close to the Earth, closer than our communications satellites last week.
Yeah, the green one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably not as close as a Chinese spy satellite, spy balloon.
Now we shot that right over
Yeah.
Carolina, America.
About
It's
10,000
gone.
feet above that. Surprised it didn't get caught in the gravity, but it was about the size of a bus. And they didn't spot it till the Saturday before.
That's only moderately terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, ever so slightly.
Oh, come on. What have the Chinese ever done? Come on, guys.
No, I meant the asteroid.
Oh.
It was probably also the Chinese, though.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see.
Dorothy.
Who am I forgetting?
Oh, also, I don't know if you saw, but Dungeon Boys did a reroll for Elradir and said to make sure that you did not forget it.
Okay. Don't forget, Arondir.
Don't put this on me.
You probably got that because
They
you
used
know,
points.
Yeah.
Or like,
Baby
they said,
points.
don't let Peter forget to add that.
Or just sheer sympathy.
There, it's added.
Nice.
We got a lot of real rolls session 1.
Right?
Wait. Which
If only we
character
had to
you
roll.
play?
Oh, Radir.
What's your name?
Tony!
No. I want to make sure I dropped it on the right username.
No,
because
it is. It is.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
me. It's
It
Nick.
is.
Nick. I'm purple.
I'm still, just so the audience knows, almost everybody here is new to me, so I'm learning personal names and what their logins are. It's not confusing at all. So, I guess we are about to return to Merv.
Mer.
I shall call you Tim. Thank you.
He's the one player I am very familiar with.
Who, me? Nah.
So. Okay, so this creature, right? Switch windows here. Right here had just moved up, and now it is your turn as we enter round 3.
All right, Keanu, you know what to do. And then my owl starts. I'm gonna say he poops on his head. I don't know if they can poop, but that would be cool. And distracts him. And I'm gonna shoot him again because I gotta get rid of these guys, and I don't think I can do that with prestidigitation. Prestidigitation.
Close
No,
enough.
but you can make them pretty.
All right, exactly.
Or stinky.
I
Make it
love that
stinky
you and I
no wrong.
both took that only thinking about Stinky.
The poop, just by
Oh.
coincidence,
Always poop.
as the poop falls, the creature is looking up at the owl, and it
Aw.
lands right in his eye.
Yo.
Giving him disadvantage on attack for 1 round.
Oh, cool. What did I roll? I don't even know. 18 plus 6. I rolled in beyond, and then it didn't translate to
Then I don't believe
roll
you.
20. It
Just
was
kidding.
a 24 to hit.
Okay.
Can confirm.
I believe him. I'm just teasing.
And it is a D10. I'm gonna roll it here. And just a 2. I'm rolling horrible. I rolled a 4, a 3, and a 2, and a 2. Right? Is that what it is?
There you
Something
go.
like that.
At least it didn't go down again. It was on the way to 1.
But it's consistent damage.
Would
Oh,
you
yeah.
like to move or anything?
I don't think I have any more room to move, right? I mean,
Well, you
Can't
can
keep-
move closer.
closer. I don't know.
Trying to
I'll stay
shorten
there.
the journey.
Yeah, I'll stay there.
Okay. That brings us to this creature right... What? Am I missing a baby cam or something? Oh,
No, it's just a baby. Mine's kicking her crib.
This one staggers forward, takes a breath, breathes deeply, and says in Draconian, "Would you get to him, please? This is killing me." And then it is the next one's turn. Stop your whining. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's getting closer to you. And then top of round 4. It is
Alright,
your turn.
So I will approach it and say, perhaps we gotta get a little bit up close and personal. And I'm going to attack it with my dagger.
Okay.
Am I proficient with daggers?
I believe so.
I am, yep. So I'll have Keanu help me too, again. And let me just roll it twice here. So a 23, and the damage is 3.
He drops to one knee.
1.
Now, can I use a second dagger to attack with the offhand?
Two-handed fighting, yes, you can.
Okay, yeah, but this will not include my modifier, so let me just roll the... it would be a 9 to hit, so that's, I'm guessing it's a
That's a miss, yes.
Okay.
As it fell to one knee, the second dagger just kind of passed over his head as you swung wide, trying to catch it with a second blow. The wound, the first one, 5, 10, 15, he is having a hard time getting to you, and he kind of trips over a rock and falls prone. So, flat on his face. And
Okay.
then it is the other one's turn, and it lashes out with its short sword and rolls a 20 to hit.
I'm going to silvery barbs that, so he has to reroll.
You have silvery barbs? No fair.
I mean, is that allowed, that spell? It was there.
Yeah, it's allowed.
Okay.
If it's the proper level, it is allowed. 12.
That misses.
Okay. That brings us to top of round 5, and it is your turn again.
Okay, I am going to take that advantage from that spell, that I can do that.
Okay.
So I'm going to stabby him again with a 22, and the damage is 3 more.
He's down on his knees now, gripping his sword, nearly
All right.
bleeding out.
All right, and I'm going to have my buddy distract him again, and with my offhand, I'm going to stab again. That's a 13 to hit. I'm guessing that misses,
That
right?
misses also. Yeah, okay. Yeah. These rounds are going so quick, I'm having trouble keeping track. Anything else?
Did you say that he had disadvantage or anything, or no? Only his attacks? Because I forgot it when.
He's prone.
Okay.
He can strike at you with disadvantage because he's prone, because he's on his knees. But it is the other one's turn. 5, 10, 15. Yay! It's like, I'm coming for you! Slowpoke. And the other one lashes out at you. Once again. A 21 and a 22. Wow. And similar damage, so.
Yeah. Can I barbs that too?
Sure you can.
Man, I don't want to do that, but.
But he already had disadvantage.
Oh, so it won't matter. Then I'll save it. Then
Yeah.
if it doesn't do anything, then no. All right, never mind. Go ahead. Ouch! I'm really hurt now.
That's 7 points of damage. But it is your turn.
All right, Keanu, your thing, and I'm gonna stab him again.
Oh,
Not 20.
Oh, so here's how our crits work. You get the max damage that you would roll, which with a dagger is 4 points, does 1d4, and then you count the roll of damage that he actually rolled, without the crit damage that's appearing in chat. So you rolled a 4.
Right, so it would be 10 points of damage, right? No, 10, because it already adds it too. So it would be 4 and 4, 8. Correct.
Yeah, so, and that is enough to kill it.
All right, and I'm going to move away a little bit and get a little bit distance. I know that guy's struggling to walk. Because I'm really hurt.
It swears as you move away.
I'm really hurt.
And the only thing it can do is 5, 10, 15 move after you.
Okay.
And it's spitting curses at you.
I'll have Keanu help me, and I will actually shoot that. I like shooting stuff, so I'm gonna do the firebolt again and see if that changes my luck.
24
That's
to hit.
better.
5
Yep,
points
that's
of
better.
damage is enough to kill him.
And it's non-lethal, I must say. I don't want to kill him.
Oh.
Just
Fine.
knock him unconscious.
We'll put that there. Okay.
Yeah.
So he is unconscious. Combat is over.
I'm gonna tie him up, like hog tie him, and then quickly go to where the kid was supposed to be, and then see if I can find the kid.
You're not going to like what you find. I don't want to elaborate on what you find, but they definitely took the young man out.
Oh no, I
He's got claws over his face.
my eyes get really watery, and it says, could I have prevented that? I asked him to stay close to me, and he didn't. But I was afraid to face them. I mean, I'm really hurt. I'm almost down. I know that was a dangerous fight, but I really feel like I could have done better.
And I forgot to mention, thank you for the reminder in Zoom chat, by the way. The one that you killed turned to stone.
Oh, okay. So what I'll do is to see if, I mean, after checking my surroundings again, I'm gonna pull him to the shrubs or to an area that we're a little bit more hidden, and I'll see if I can just get him up in any way. Try to wake him up, but I don't know if I can do that.
Well, you can shake him awake. And he's tied up, as you said, and he's hurt too bad to do anything anyways. So barely able to move, he opens his eyes and glares angrily at you and, "Hey, you killed my friend. You're gonna die."
Am I? I think that you have or I would say I have the upper hand, and I'm putting my dagger up to his neck and say, "Where do you come from?"
"I will tell you nothing. Consolidate will burn your eyes out."
Who did he say?
Consaldi. Kansaldi.
Ken Saldi. Do I recognize that name?
No.
Okay. You know what you did to that kid? You're gonna pay for that. And you're gonna suffer much more than that kid. I start sticking my dagger in his hand, or chop a few fingers.
Okay. Heard enough of that. So, as you torture him to death over time... I tortured
him for a little bit.
Afterwards, you continue on your journey. And
nice. Okay.
You arrive in Vogler. Each of you does. Let me just...
Is it all of us now?
Yes, all of you are in Vogler. There is a token. You can either drag your tokens onto the map, or you can use the party token as a group, but each of you arrive in the town of Vogler. People are all about the streets, and they seem chipper and cheerful. And as you pass through the gates, the guards look you over, and one of them asks you if you came for the festival. That I gotta close some windows here. Too many windows. Well, at the edge...
Peter, did we arrive... So we're all here. Did we arrive together somehow, or are we all just in the town?
No, you all arrive... Well, okay. At the edge of the Salamic province of Hinterland lies the quiet fishing village of Vogler. Home to humans, Kender, hill dwarves, Vogler is the last stop on the road to nowhere. To the north of the village, scattered woods and shady brooks give way to the deadly badlands known as the Northern Wastes. Across the Vingard River to the south stretches a land of grim legends and opportunity. The province of Nightland, whose nearby port of Kalaman welcomes traders from long-forgotten lands, and that is located to the... Well, It's located nearby. So, the people here know very little about these creatures that are roaming the woodlands and attacking people and that sort of thing. On the day that you all arrive, the people of Vogler are only concerned with two things: the Kingfisher Festival and putting a local hero to rest later in the day. And that local hero is Ispin. And with that, we are going to... Well, first off, because this is our first episode, do any of you need to go now? No? Okay.
Nope.
Then we are going to take a quick break so I can go to the bathroom. And we will be back in let's say 10 minutes. And let's see, before I go... Oh, Unicharge popped in for a little bit. That's cool. And Mario, thanks for following. And we'll be back in 10 minutes. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We might have gone a little bit over the 10-minute mark, but we are back, and we are happy to be in Vogler, which I guess I should let the map change too. So, 306 Brewer has not only followed us, but subscribed, which gives you each yet another re-roll point.
306 Brewer.
So, do those carry over into the next session?
Yes, they do.
Oh, thank God.
Until you spend them, they carry over. As a matter of fact, all the campaigns that have reroll points, which is Legends of Methys, Frost Maiden, and this, and Session 0 Gates of Divinity, they all have reroll points. So they'll all get the same number of reroll points from the subscriptions.
Nice.
And one of them has 10 reroll points already. He never uses them. And my microphone got turned up. There we go. That should be better. So, here we are in the city of Vogler. Let me get to my tab, and so the fishing village of Vogler clings to a split of land reaching into the Vingard River. Wooded cliffs overlook the community, and the only path from the north descends past the ivy-covered remnants of a crumbling stone keep located in town, near the gate that you enter. The village's most modest wooden buildings cluster around a quaint central circle and along the riverbank. Jutting into the river, out of place and seemingly out of time, stands an incomplete stone bridge of incredible artisanship. This stone bridge is called Vogler's Crossing. The structure clearly dates back to before the Cataclysm. This stone bridge does. Eclipsing its modern piers in size and sturdiness, the bridge crosses less than half the river's width before giving way to a series of ropes and tethered rafts serving as ferries. On the river itself, dozens, maybe several or almost 100 ships drift along the slow, murky waters as the fishers of Vogler ply their trade. And that is where we get back into the groove here. The invitations that you carry do mention a place called the Brass Crab, and the invitation says that your rooms have been taken care of. Each of you
The
arrive
Brass
at different
Crab.
times too. Well, the three of you together arrive differently from the other two.
Who do you want to say? Who do you want to start with then?
Whoever wants to speak up first.
Well, I guess I just did.
Thanks for
Thanks,
volunteering.
Alfie.
We have to. It looks busy in here, but I don't. I think we should just go straight to this place that we were supposed to go to. This tavern the inn where we've got our lodging sorted. Is what I've been told. Is that the same for you?
I'll pull it out and read it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have time until service and everything, so we could.
I'd like to just be able to put some stuff down. I don't have a lot of money to spend on, craziness that might happen in this sort of a town. I'm not sure. I've only been here once when I was a kid.
I don't know if I've ever been here. I don't think so.
Oh, I came here for this festival. I remember it was well, what you think of as a kid. There was, different shows and people putting on performances and things. So, it was fun to get away from the family farm for a while.
You can hear the sounds of the people at the festival laughing. The sounds are just carrying through between all the buildings and stuff. There's a lot of laughing, rejoicing amongst the people that are walking around as well.
Okay, well, I guess we'll head towards our accommodation then. But have to. I think it was sort of in the middle, maybe. But we could ask somebody.
We could, yeah.
That would probably be the best idea.
I would just reach out and grab somebody, probably a younger person, and just say, and what was the name? Was it the Brass Crab? Did you say?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
Yes.
what's on the invitation.
Yeah. Excuse me. Do you know the way to the Brass Crab? We have an appointment there.
The person that just stopped is an elderly lady who has a little bit of a bend to her shoulders, and she said, yes, dearie, just follow this road and follow it southward and just keep going south. It'll kind of turn and fork. You want to take the center road on down to what is that street? This old lady's memory seems to be failing, but you want to go down 2 streets and then turn left, and that will lead you to the Brass Crab. It's right along the docks there.
Thank you. Have a lovely day. Thank you.
Oh, you too. Happy festival.
And Alfie will just walk in the direction she says. Assuming the other two come too.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would follow.
I'm like a kid in a candy store. It's like, oh my gosh, these buildings are so big. So many people.
Okay.
As you move along the road and you're moving southward in this direction, you can, the loud of the celebration, the noise of the celebration gets louder and louder, there are colorful banners all over the town. Excuse me. And there's paper decorations. There's strings of specially made colorful paper decorations that some look like they were put together by really skilled people. Others look like they were made by children. Along the road, you see stalls set up every couple dozen feet where people are selling things like pastries and souvenirs and that sort of thing. And as you travel south, you reach the fork in the road and continue on through the center road, and then when you reach the second left, you turn and follow that, and there before you stands the brass crab, almost circular octagonal shape with build outs of larger areas, more square areas that you assume hold rooms and that sort of thing, and you arrive at the brass crab.
I love that it actually looks like a crab on the map.
Yeah. The roof actually has a rusted look to it, almost looking like brass. So.
I can see why he settled here. This place definitely is his speed.
Yeah.
Definitely too many people for what I like, though.
I'm with you on that. I prefer a bit more peace and quiet, but maybe that's not what's in our future.
Well, let's go see what this ostentatious building brings us. Maybe it'll be quiet inside, and then I head inside.
I'll follow.
So I apologize, but I do not have a map of the brass crab, which is a real shame because I was curious what it looked like. But seeing as this adventure is so new, there's no maps made yet. I might have to make one myself. So, as you enter, let me just... So the Brass Crab is a modest single-story inn on the village wharf, and its exterior vaguely resembles its namesake, of course, as you already noticed. Its proprietor is an Ergothian woman named Yaumi. She's human, and she stands with her elbows on the bar listening to a bard on a stage that is telling stories to a gathering of children. This bard-like figure has long robes and a long beard and has a staff that he kind of crooks in one arm, standing next to him as he sits in a chair on the stage. And the children are just fascinated by this old man. And you're not sure if he's a bard or if he's just a weary old man who travels a lot. On one wall of this center circular room is painted a mural of two enormous crabs locked in combat, inlaid with brass details. Very fancy. Yami, I hope I'm saying that right, sees you enter and waves you over. Hello, what would I be getting for you today?
I would pull out that invitation that specifies we have, accommodation covered and stuff, and say we're here for sad things, I suppose. We're here for the funeral of of Ispen, and I believe we are to stay here.
Oh, yes, yes, I'm so sorry for your loss. Um, Sorry to appear so cheerful. I was friends with Isbin as well, and I will be attending the funeral myself. But today is also a joyous day, and I know that Isbin, as you well know, would want us all to enjoy the festival, which takes place before his funeral. So I do have rooms for you and a few other rooms. So if you would like to just sign here in this little booklet, you can check in, and I will give you the key to your room, and you can lay your weary bones to rest or whatever you may wish to do.
I would do as she says, sign the thing, and then look at the other two.
Yep, I'll sign.
Big, elaborate elvish script.
As you sign the
My-
book.
Fancy.
My signature is probably just an X.
Oh, and just so you know, that room over there, it has stalls that offer a little privacy, and there are tubs there so that you can bathe if you like.
Yeah.
You kind of, I get the feeling that you've been on the road for quite a while.
Yeah, I probably look really beaten up still. Dents in my, like, a robe or something with lots of little cuts and stuff in it, I imagine. So that sounds very nice. I'll deposit my stuff and then maybe go do that if that's okay. Do you have any? What time is food service? What time is it we've arrived actually?
You have arrived. You've been traveling about half the day, so it's around 3 p.m. or so. 3 in the afternoon. And this is also the time known as high noon, for those that don't know that, because that is the time when the sun is at its hottest. So, and also, I want to thank Smithcast and Clever Girl 237 for following. Happy to have you.
Hey.
Thank you so much. And so as you go, do you all go to your rooms? I'm still talking in that woman's tone, aren't I?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
Wee! And this little piggy cried, wee, 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 all the way home. So, as you go to your rooms, I would imagine the two of you are sharing a room, unless you're one of those married couples that don't get along. And
We get
so,
along most of the time.
conveniently, when you enter your room, the bed is larger than a single wide. It is a queen size bed, and the room is a little bigger. In fact, as you look at the key, there's a little label on a little plate attached to the key ring, and it says honeymoon suite.
No.
And there's a vase of flowers on a countertop in there on the table, and there are little chocolate mints on the pillows, and the bed is shaped like a heart.
You old
I
romantic.
love it. I love it.
What is the point of all of this?
Well, it says honeymoon.
When you say that, Tharless, a slight glow attracts your eyes, and you look at it, and it's the vase of flowers, and one of them has kind of bent so that its blossom is facing you, and shakes its head, and then goes back to normal, and the glow fades.
How long do we have before we have to leave?
spoken like a true husband.
Well, it doesn't really say a time in the invitation, so.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah, the funeral takes place around 6:30 in the evening, so you have about 3.5 hours.
I am going to. I'm gonna actually. I'm gonna use an ability. I would like to use a wild shape and turn into a wolf and sleep on the bed.
Oh
Kind of
my
curl around
God.
and lay down.
Oh boy.
Because why not?
I'm sorry, I just read
Cross
what
my
Mario
hands and-
posted. Let's get it on.
Oh, yeah.
So, clever
I'll
girl sent
scratch
y'all a
his
nice
ears.
little heart.
Yeah.
So, Talila,
Kalila.
as you watch, Tharlis transforms into a wolf and climbs up onto the bed. And the first thought that crosses your mind is he not even gonna bathe first?
Thinky. I'm gonna scratch his ears and tell him I'm gonna go take a bath.
So, Alfie, as you enter your room, I'm sorry, but it's a single wide bed.
Rip off.
There's no mint on the pillow, but there is a little nightstand next to the bed, and it seems like this occurs every time you check into an inn. In a little drawer in the nightstand is a book, and it is a copy of the scriptures of your God. Amazingly, this has been the case in every inn that you've stayed in. It's as though it's a sign from your God that he's always there with you.
He just look at that and say, "Okay, touche. I promise I'm thinking, but at the moment I need a rest." And he's just going to dump, his backpack of his weapons. He's dumping everything there. He's just going to go out, probably take his armor off, and then he's going to walk down to that bathing area that he was told about. And I imagine he's going to immediately just lie there. I don't know if he'll fall asleep, but he's just going to lie back and just chill for a good hour.
Just soak in a tub. So,
Yep.
You and
I do
Talila-
have one question. I do have one question about the single room, though.
Sure.
Does it have a little thing where you can deposit like a copper and the bed vibrates with like mage hand or something?
No, but there are a couple of gremlins under the bed that'll shake the bed. No. But as you two go down to the bathroom, you see each other and you nod to each other, give a pleasant smile, and then you both go in opposite directions to one end of the hall. There's a line of stalls with curtains, and each of you takes one opposite end of the other, and you climb into the tubs. The water, surprisingly, is warm and clean. On a little table next to the tub are jars of perfumes. Some are flowery scented, some are steak scented, the way real cologne should be. So
It smells of meat.
but various smells that you can add to the water. There's bars of soap.
I'm gonna smell like a flower garden.
And Alfie wouldn't use any of that. He'd just get in the water.
So, Alfie, as you get into the tub, you kick back, you're relaxing, the warmth of the water is soaking into the pores of your skin, and you see on the surface of the water over time is gathering a dark covering, kind of like filth, coming off your body into the water. And
I'm not. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was gonna say I'm not sure how much he'd even notice of that. Honestly, I think he's just whatever. He's wet. He's warm. He's happy.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Talila, you on the other hand, you give Alf no filth whatsoever. For some reason, nature has kept you from getting dirty. I don't know why. Maybe it's a result of your goddess, but you just feel relaxed, and the heat of the water is soaking into your joints and easing the tensions in your muscles. And you kind of slip off for a little nap for about 20-30 minutes, and then casually, easily, gently awaken again. And what would you like to do?
I will untangle my hair, because I'm sure at this point it's slightly tangled. I don't know. And
Alfie, stop making me laugh.
I don't know. Like after I nap, I'll like comb through my super long hair, and then since I'm not that dirty and I've already soaked enough and taken a nap, I'd probably pop out and dry, and I don't know.
Surprisingly, the table that you set your clothes on, your clothes are clean and neatly folded, waiting for you. You don't know how. No one came in the room that you know, in the stall that you know of. It's almost as if they were cleaned by magic. And the same with Alfie.
Mother would like that.
It's those damn gremlins.
The bad gremlins.
Head gremlin.
Now,
You are missing a sock, though.
Of course. Of course I am.
And the heel and the toe out of the other one.
But it's the
Okay.
other person, so one person is missing the heel and toe out of a sock, and the other person's missing an entire sock.
Arondir, you arrive at the city gates. Let me just open up this little window here. One of the guards halts you at the gate and asks what your business is in the city. What would you like to tell him?
My friend, I haven't been here in quite some time. I heard about Isbin's passing, and I'm just here to see him off into the next world.
Oh, I see. Well, you should... I know this is not exactly an auspicious occasion, but you should go to the festival as well. Perhaps it will lift your spirits. Now, at that moment, someone approaches from behind you, and it is Merv arriving at the gates. And the guard looks up at him and says, "Oh, what are you here for?" He waves Arondir through. Oh,
I'll pass.
Arondir. Oh. Ah.
I think you're muted.
Don't tell him.
Just let him keep talking. See how long he would have went.
I was gonna say, I want to kill you. I was here first. No,
Hold on. I gotta grab the boy. Hold on.
so, yeah, I'll wait for him to come back.
Well, we could have kept you muted.
You're right.
Sorry.
I did it, Peter, right there. Yep.
So the baby, I gotta ask, boy or girl?
Little boy. Little boy.
Does he keep waking up and crying, or?
Yeah, he's a little fussy.
Aw.
Yeah, my wife does bedtime with our daughter, and so I got
Is he teething?
not yet, but he's farting a lot right now.
Still not sleeping through the night, I imagine.
No, he sleeps a lot better than my daughter did, but yeah, very tired.
I think the second ones always sleep better than the oldest.
Yep.
They have to. They gotta get used to just the little preschool maniac just running around while he's trying to sleep.
You know they don't wake you up if you lock them in the trunk.
Nah. Put some
Just saying,
soundproofing in
it
there.
worked for me.
Put him in the chokey.
That's what Rick does. He wrestles with the baby.
I put her in a sleeper hold. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Real quick.
So Merv, the guard asks what your business is.
Right. So as I was approaching, I said, "Oh, excuse me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but do you by any chance mention the name Ispin?"
A half elf. Yes, of course.
Oh, I should have, thought of that before I ask you. With those big pointy ears you have. I'm here for Ispin too. He was a dear friend of mine, and I'm here for a funeral, sir. I'm looking at the guard now.
Oh, well, seems both of you are here for the same occasion. All I can say is, I'm sorry. Ispin was well known in these parts. He was a hero at one time, and to some of us, he'll always be a hero. I hope that you will share stories of your experiences with him at his funeral. Go on through. Please, try to find some enjoyment in our pleasant little town.
Thank
I'll
you.
definitely will.
Well,
Seems
half
like
elf. It looks like we're together now. Hi, Melrondir.
Hi, I am Mer. You can call I'm Mervides. You can call me Mer if you would like.
Now I'll call you
Um,
Tim.
All right, Lucy, that's fine. So you want to hang out? I don't mind hanging out with another. You look like some sort of magician or wizard.
Did the spell book give it away?
Yep, it did. It looks nice, actually. Is that one of the books from the High Sorcery?
Absolutely. I see you don't have one.
Oh, no. I wouldn't even bother with that. I'm a free spirit. I don't like being bound by anybody. But that's interesting. I know people from the High Sorcery, and there's good, bad, and the ugly. I hope you're one of the good ones.
Well, only time will tell. I don't know about you, but my invitation said something about the brass crab, and I've been traveling quite some time.
Yep, same with mine. So if you don't mind the company of a half elf, then we could tag along.
I guess I can look past it for now. Let's go.
All right.
And
And
right there, roll
I
a
prestidigitate.
D20,
I prestidigitate the smell of a fart.
please. Actually, make it a charisma ability roll.
Me or Doc?
You.
Oh boy. Let's see.
I will do this sort of thing quite often.
Ah,
As it so happens, you are not one of the ugly.
I did it.
on a 1 to 20 hotness scale, you rate a 15.
You're solid
take
7.5,
I'll take it.
7.5.
We are playing in a fantasy game after all.
If you want, you can add that to your skills.
I am 15
Hotness.
hot.
And anytime that you try to persuade somebody with your good looks, you'll get whatever bonus would come with a 15. So that would be a +2. So put your
Nice.
hotness skill at +2.
I'll take it.
And if any of you other wonderful people would like to roll for hotness, you can do that.
Ah, man, I'll roll that one.
And that's just a charisma save,
Oh,
or are you just look for
Charisma ability roll.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Alfie.
Oh,
Oh,
what a bunch of uggos.
Wow.
oh man.
Can we re-roll?
ooh, can we use our reroll
Yes,
on this?
yep, I'm going to use a reroll.
So here's how
hope
you
it's
use
worse.
the rerolls. You click
Oh,
on
it's
the
a charisma,
card,
right?
and it will open a window, and then you just drag one of the cards onto the map. There you go. And I will make the cards disappear, and you can reroll.
Yes.
Did we get unit charges?
What?
Bam!
Ooh, a couple of hotties.
That is so not cool.
I bring the hotness.
Does
Whatever.
Kalila
I'm
get
bringing
uglier?
sexy back.
Apparently,
I'm not even a
I'm
bard.
starting to get wrinkles and shit.
So,
You are
Tharlith,
Not
punching
20.
above your weight.
for
I
your
got a 19, but
hotness, you used another reroll?
Yeah, I did. I used to use one reroll.
Oh, okay. So the nat 20s are a +5 on your hotness. If you add them to your character sheet in D&D Beyond under skills, you can click the little gear and create a custom one for hotness.
Yeah, will mine be 19 plus 5 then?
No, it
Or-
would just be 5. Because
Oh,
that's
okay.
what you would get with a 20. It was a nat 20, so.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Still a -1.
And Tallulah, you rolled a 2?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to use another card?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'm
At
trying to
this
get y'all to
point-
burn through these cards.
I mean, in the chat, it looked like somebody gave us all another one a
Oh,
little
really?
while back. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, don't let me down. Okay, I'll take that one. That one's
17, so that would be a
happier.
+3.
I like that one a lot better. Jeez.
I thought we were on the way to a wonderful joke, you know. Someone's like, I have bad news. It looks like your wife's been hit by a truck. Yeah, I know. I married her for her personality.
We were almost
No, that's
there.
in real life.
So,
All right, where do I stick that again? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
That's what she
Merv,
said.
I was too busy brooding.
you have a +3.
You
I think
create a
Merv
special
should have
category
to
called
stick
hotness.
with the 1.
Hey, I have a question about that. So it's +5 plus proficiency? No.
No, not proficient, just to put a 5 in there. And then that
So
way,
is-
when you try to persuade somebody with your good looks,
Uh-huh.
you can be a Casanova and add that 5 to your persuasion roll. You
Okay.
are proficient. If you chose persuasion as a skill, then that would give you proficiency.
Right,
Otherwise,
right.
you just...
So is 18 a +3 or a +4 for my hotness?
18 is +4.
Ooh.
Man, we're all hot.
Well, for you... Well, never mind. I won't say that. stop myself from saying something that could be taken the wrong way.
We can all jump to the stage and go dun 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 dun.
It's not performance.
Pato, jump on it.
Yeah, but with hotness we can perform and
Well, it would be performance if you're pole dancing or something.
No. You weren't supposed to roll. Oh my gosh.
What?
My mouse is spazzing out right now.
no.
It's like, why'd you use those reroll points?
Yeah.
I'll get more. Eventually.
So, Merv and Arondir. Oh man, I'm so gonna be questioning myself on these names. So, you have your invitations, and they do say that there are rooms waiting for you at the Brass Crab. You could head there, or you could go enjoy the festival, which is to the east of the gates.
Tough question. I would like to go to the Brass Crab just to make sure that I have a room, and then I can just move from there. Kind of set base.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to maybe switch my socks out, but festivities don't sound like the worst idea. If you're up for it, maybe you're all right. All right.
Oh yeah, they're fun. They're fun. I've been here a few times in the past. I'm not from too far away. I'm from Kalaman. Yeah, you should check it out for sure. It's fun. A little bittersweet here with Ispin's passing, but you know how it goes. That's life, and we can still celebrate.
Yeah. Let's get cleaned up and let's maybe try to celebrate life instead of mourning death.
Now you're sounding like one of my guys. I'll invite you to a drink if you would accept it later.
Let's do it.
So, as you make your way to the Brass Crab after getting directions, that is where you decided to go, right? I was a little distracted.
Brass Crab. Yeah, we're going to kind of get our...
Yeah, I'm going to at least change my socks.
Yep.
Yes, and you arrive at the Brass Crab. There's a few people sitting at tables, eating some stew or whatnot. The proprietor of the crab waves you over and says, "Hello, dearies. Happy day. Would you like to check in for the evening, perhaps?"
Yes, sir. We're here
It's a woman,
because of a
by the way.
I'm sorry.
It's ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I realize that you are an half-elf and you kind of have these feminine features, but not everybody is a man.
No, I apologize.
That's what I was saying.
I apologize. I don't know what my head is these days. You know,
Because of her beard.
I wink at her, you know, with my hotness. Yeah.
And she blushes. She blushes and slides you a piece of paper, and on it is her room number.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I heard that, Annie.
Oh. Whew. Yes. Yeah, we're here because of Ispin's funeral, and I believe he made arrangements for us.
Oh, yes. You know, I've got a special room for you. It's right.
Okay.
Yes. You are in room 6. And you realize immediately that the piece of paper had room 5 written on it.
It wasn't it room 5 from what I can see here. I mean, what's that 5 here?
Oh, that isn't. dearie. That's in case you get a little lonely. If you need anything, I'll just knock on my door. I'll be in 5 in the evenings, and you can let me know if you need towels, sheets, or whatever. Oh, by the way,
you're so kind.
not that you need it, but there are baths through that door over there. And if you would like to freshen up, we have some nice cologne, some warm tubs with warm, clean water. Please feel free. At that moment, you see a human, and Talila is a elf, right?
What elf?
And a wood elf come out of the room that the proprietor points at, and turn and head toward their rooms. Not giving you a sideways glance at all, just looking chipper and feeling clean. And
those two seem out of place to you at all?
We are at a place. If we are, they are. Or the other way around. Hi.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout at them because they're different like us.
Okay, what do you shout at him? Hey, human!
Yeah.
One of them is human, so he don't look quite like you. Well,
the whatchamacallit? Tharless, right? Tharless?
Darlis
name?
isn't there. It's Talila and
Talila.
Talila
Alfie.
and Alfie.
Yeah, Talila's an elf, right?
Yes.
This kind of shot like, hey, elf, friend.
Okay.
here.
Tharlis, you need to answer for your wife in her voice.
So, hi. I have a cold.
What brings you here,
Laryngitis.
friend? The laryngitis.
Yep, really bringing sexy back right now. I would see this, but also specifically seeing a half elf would actually pique my interest, and I would walk straight over and say to him, "I don't see many half elves. Are you of Qualinost or Sylvanost?"
Me? Qualinesti. My father is a Qualinesti elf. My mom, she is from the region of Kerr. She's a human.
Do you know Moralia, my wife? She's also half elf from Qualinost.
No, I haven't lived in Qualinost. I've been in the surrounding areas of Kalaman. That's where I live.
Oh, you see his face drop. Oh, okay. All right. And he'll just say, Talila, I'll see you. I'm gonna go back to my room and get changed, and I'll come down for dinner. If you guys want to join, you can. And he'll just walk off.
But wait,
That
wait,
face.
but wait,
I should
wait.
go get my husband.
Nope, because I am back.
So, friend, what brings you down here? Don't see many other pointies over here.
My husband and I are here for a funeral.
Is that funeral Ispin?
Yes.
Oh, my half-elf friend and I over here are here for the same thing. When did you get into town?
An hour or two ago? I don't know. I took a bath and kind of took a nap.
Are you traveling with anyone else?
Just my husband and Alfie.
Oh, the weird human. How'd you end up with one?
We stumbled upon his camp and well, we were looking for a place to camp, and he already had fire, so we asked if we could stay.
Let me guess, you had to rescue him from something.
No,
Usually humans are always in need of rescuing. Keep an eye out for him.
he's a good soul.
Racist.
I think.
My ears are
El-
very pointy, Peter.
And elves are racist. They're very racist.
They are.
Nylish, thank you for the
Especially-
follow.
The high elves.
I'm actually really smiling here. And, when he said my half-elf friend, I'm said, I'm gaining the acceptance of a high elf. Look at that.
Ooh.
Like, whoa.
That means a lot.
Yeah, but it's like, man, come on.
Hey, we're trauma bonded.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we shall be seeing you at the funeral then later.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if Tharlus is human again, and make him take a bath.
I shall be doing the same. You take care, and we'll see you soon.
You too. It was good to meet you. What was your name?
Elrondir.
Oh, Rondir. And
Me? Mervides. You can call me Mer.
Just call him
Mer.
Tim.
Yeah. It's fine.
okay.
I don't mind.
Too bad Elrondir doesn't go by frankincense. Then they would be frankincense and myrrh.
We missed a chance on that one.
Next time.
That's what the owl should have been called.
Speaking of the
Oh,
owl, where
Lord.
is the owl? Where's
Oh, the owl.
Keanu?
Keanu? Oh, he's been with me, kind of. Actually,
He's on a bus.
he's just flying around in the area, just having fun.
Okay.
Being an owl.
Just
Yep.
doing owl stuff.
Yep. Turning his head, like a 360 almost, like.
So, do y'all go to your rooms or take baths or?
So Elrondir will say bye to his new sort of kind of friend / acquaintance and head up to his room and try to stare at the scroll that he was been giving and try his hardest not to open it.
Very good. And Merv.
I'm going to my room, just kind of freshen up a little bit, because I was hurt not long ago, and once I feel ready, that I'm ready, I want to find a place. I don't necessarily need to roleplay it. It's up to you, but I would like to find a place to get some equipment because I need something.
Okay. So, Elrondir, as you enter your room, it has a single size bed. Miraculously, there is a little bassinet off to the side
Aw.
in case you decide to have children on your character. Now the bassinet has a little stuffed teddy bear in it. Poorly made, but it is a teddy bear. And on the pillow is a pacifier. But that bed is just beckoning to you, like, lay down, rest your bones. That's what your body is telling you the bed is saying, but the bed ain't really saying it.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So I, just to be safe, I'm going to cast
Detect mimic.
detect evil. Yeah, detect evil and good. There's a mimic somewhere. Because I got that now, right? I'm an initiate, technically, so I can cast this.
Oh, what the? What?
Detect evil and good. Or do you want to wait for that?
Remind me. Can you send that over to the? There's something I need to check on that spell. Ah.
It's always such a silly spell, that one, because it doesn't actually detect evil.
No, it just detects stuff.
Yeah, there is nothing in the room that triggers that the spell warns you of.
All right.
You get the feeling somewhere near. What's the range on that? 30 feet?
30 feet.
You get the feeling somewhere not far away. Perhaps there's something that could have triggered it if it were closer. But you can't even make out if it's celestial, fiendish, or whatever.
Just something in the vicinity, just kind of outside that sphere, so not in the room.
Yeah, within a dozen feet of the outside of the sphere.
Okay. I'm gonna go investigate that if that is okay with you.
So the bed sprouts these tentacles, and it's a roper bed, and it not really, but I'm
Roper
wishing
When a
it
gelatinous
was.
cube comes down from the ceiling.
Right.
As you leave your room to investigate, we're going to switch to Myrrh. Myrrh, you enter your room and you are suddenly struck by exhaustion. I mean, you are like, it's as powerful as anything you've ever experienced. You just feel the desire to lay down and go to sleep. Give me a Constitution save, please.
Oy, oy, oy.
So, you make your way over to the bed, you plop your backpack on the floor, and you just kind of fall on the bed and pass out. And then, as you sleep, you hear a noise. The sounds of whispers, chanting. And then your eyes snap open and the sound is gone.
Do I feel? Well, I guess I'm startled.
You're not sure if you imagined it, if it was just part of a dream. Now, outside your door, Arondir, you sense that evil is behind his closed door, the very door that you saw Merv enter as you went to your rooms. Is it Merv that triggered it? Who knows?
I'm going to use Mage Hand to knock on the door just in case it triggers anything. Merv,
He's
Hassel.
so afraid of a mimic at this point.
I will always be afraid of a mimic.
I feel so weird. I just woke up from that weird experience, and I hear that knock.
To you, the knock is really loud, like boom,
Right.
boom, boom.
I go ahead and carefully open the door.
When you first look, you see an old man with a cane and a long beard. And then you blink, and it's Elrondir standing there before you. And there's no sign of an old man.
Oh man, what did I eat last night?
Merv, are you okay? I sensed something from your room and I just needed to come check.
Do you still sense it? What was it?
I
Whatever
couldn't
it
tell.
was is gone now.
I couldn't tell, but it's gone now. But are you okay?
I had the weirdest experience. I don't know if there was anything bad with something I ate or I don't know. I just heard some whispers. I just passed out, started hearing voices, and then when I opened the door, it wasn't you. It was some old man with a beard and a cane for a split second, and then I just blinked and he was gone, and you were right there.
Did you recognize him at all?
Did I, Peter?
Give me a insight check.
Or more like a history?
No, insight.
Well, I feel
You
like
tried.
it should be history.
I tried. You know what? Nah, no, I'm not gonna reroll that. Let's just leave it at that.
What'd you roll?
A 9.
Okay. It seems the face was very vaguely familiar, but you can't place where you've seen it before.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. It kind of looked familiar, but I cannot put it in. I don't know. My guess that my mind is foggy. It could have been. It could have been because I on the way coming here, I haven't said anything to anyone. I mean, I came alone, so there was really nothing to say. But there was a few hooded draconians who killed a knight. I found that I found his body, and then I got attacked by 2 of them. But I was able to get away, with my life. Maybe it was that. I don't know. Do you know by any chance the name of? Let me just look it up because I wrote it down. The name of Cansaldi. Does that mean anything to you? Because one of them said Cansaldi was coming.
What do you want me to roll, Peter?
You
History?
can roll a history with disadvantage.
2 nat 20s.
Yeah. Okay.
Bam!
Wow.
Good enough.
These high elves, man. I'm telling you, I should have rolled 1, man.
Your rolls have been half mine.
Exactly.
You have heard of a person named Consaldi Fire Eyes.
Just
You
heard
have
of.
heard rumors of this being a leader of some army in the faraway lands of the Red Army, actually.
Merv, it just so happens in Saldi, in my travels trying to investigate what happened, um, I just heard rumors he's the leader of some faraway army called the Red Army. Is this ringing a bell to you? Maybe those enemies you faced? Any indications they were part of a Red Army?
It could be. I mean, that actually, when you say it, it makes a lot of sense. But why would they be this far now in Vogler?
I don't know, but
I thought that they were farther east.
it seems they're closer than we both think. Strange things are afoot. You're not traveling alone anymore.
Yeah, you know what? Keep your eyes open because I hope they don't show up around here.
Yeah, I'll keep my mind open. Should we go downstairs? Get out of these rooms?
Sure, I owe you a drink, so might as well, if you want now, I'll treat you one.
I'll take that drink.
So as you step out of your room, the door slams on its own behind you.
Creepy.
And
Do you?
go ahead.
No. Tell me that was you.
That was not me. I thought that was you.
Does he still have the detect
He
good and
does,
evil, or?
but he
Yeah.
isn't detecting anything.
I'm gonna open the door and kind of take a peek in the room. Like, oh man, I don't know if I want to go there.
Across the room, the wind is blowing in through the window, blowing the curtains.
It was a mimic.
One sec. I just go ahead and lock the windows.
I was about to blow another spell slot.
Man, I'm on my edge. I'm here on edge. You know. I need
Is
to drink.
Murph-
I need to calm down. I need to
Is
calm
Murph
down.
army this
healed?
close. You should be. We took a long rest, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
And,
traveled through. You rested at night, and then you traveled through the past few days, actually. So, and you haven't suffered any damage, but you have recharged your spell slots. So,
All right, so we go to the bar, I guess, and
okay. Now we return to Tharlis. Tharlis, you are in wolf form, laying on the bed, licking. No, I'm kidding.
Completely asleep.
You are having doggy dreams of chasing a rabbit through a forest. When suddenly the rabbit is pierced with a javelin. And you look up, and you see a great plain, a field, and a hill, a tall hill. And you see like a cobblestone wall about waist high on a normal person. And you see this entire field surrounded by fighting. And then a spear arches through the air toward you. Give me a dexterity save.
You're good at those, right?
Next save is a wolf. Let's see.
The spear
14.
lands and splits your toes right between them.
As I was thinking the entire time, crap, not again.
And then you wake up with a start. Laying on the bed. Drool coming from your mouth, your snout. Your nose is cold. The door opens and your wife walks in.
I'll revert back to it's probably been about an hour anyways. That's all I have. So I'll revert back to person form. Let's look over to her.
Do you have a good nap?
No.
I'm sorry.
There was a dream about there's a large fight, and then I almost got speared.
Oof. At least I don't throw spears.
Thank
I'm
you
gonna
for the
drink.
follow, Flamboyant Curve. Someone else could probably say your name much better than that. But we are not interested in any soliciting. So we appreciate the offer, but no. Go on, Tharlis.
Yeah, Tharless would be like, be like, I think I need a drink.
You should probably go bathe. You've been a wolf for a while.
So,
Okay.
right
then a
at that
drink.
moment, as he rises from the bed in his human form, all of you, in wherever you're standing, you all suddenly hear a series of explosions. Loud. You can feel vibrations through the building. And that is where we'll end for the night.
No.
Oof.
Our first session is done.
I shouldn't have had that bean burrito before taking a nap.
Right.
But for what it's worth, if you were going to me, I was going to say that I was planning on, as soon as I got up to my room, I was going to be getting into my armor and carrying my weapons again, using them sort of as ceremonial at the funeral, which may or may not happen at this point, the funeral. But
We'll have to see.
yeah, yeah, that was good.
Well, we're only level 2. There might be more than one funeral.
Make sure your
Right.
backup characters are ready.
Let
Yeah,
the bodies
backups
hit
for
the floor.
days.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
About to have 5 barbarians. Let's go.
I survived the first session despite my, abuse of Tom Brady, so it's a bonus at this point.
I am thinking we all do high elf barbarians. That way we can all take cantrips.
Perfect.
We have range.
Booming blade.
Guys, thank you so much. I have got to go. I've got to go grab my kids
Thank
and
you.
stuff. So
Yes.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
see you next
Take care,
time.
Andy.
Take care, buddy. Talk to you later. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We will be back in 2 weeks. This is a bi-weekly campaign. The names are mixed up right now on our video. Let's see if I can fix a little bit of that. Mervidus, oh, forget it. We'll worry about their names another time.
But now it's true for Rick trying to be me.
There
Rick
you
makes
go.
it good. Talila.
Yeah, baby.
I could put her in the right place at least, and Alfie's in the right place, and
I'm
No,
not even on there.
Alfie's not supposed to be there.
that's close. Yeah, I figured one of y'all would have to go take care of a baby at some point, so
I did that earlier.
yeah. So I was guessing at the names that would be there for. So anyways, thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry about the beginning with Billy Bob Joe Brown Jr. He's a bit obnoxious, but we keep him around because he helps pay my rent. So, Flamboyant Cur, please don't come back to spam our channel. I do appreciate the follow, but we don't want solicitors. And thank you to everybody else who followed and those who subscribed. Tomorrow night here on the channel we will have Frost Maiden with an incredible group of role players just like these, and applause to all of you. You did great tonight, and we will see you tomorrow night or in 2 weeks, whichever you choose to bless us with your presence. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good
Thanks for
night.
being here.